UFC 319 just took place, and today I'm going to go through all of the main card fights, the winners and the losers, and matchmake their next opponents, tell you who I think they should be fighting next, and I'll give you examples as to why. Before we get any further in this video, if you're new around here, hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you never miss out on a video. Let's just get right into it. In the main event, KHAMZAT CHIMAEV absolutely destroyed Dricus, just ragdolled him, hit him with little pipsqueak shots against the cranium. It was a very impressive performance, although he didn't damage Dricus very much. He ragdolled him, and it was just a tough look. I originally was thinking going into this, if Dricus loses, they're going to give him a rematch. You can't after that one. You just can't. So I think the play is to give KHAMZAT CHIMAEV's first title defense to the winner, Nassourdine Imavov versus Kyle Baralho, taking place in Paris very soon. The scheduling makes sense. I have Imavov on the screen because I actually kind of think he might beat Baralho. But either way, just the winner of that fight. KHAMZAT versus Imavov or Baralho. I think KHAMZAT destroys both of those guys. I think KHAMZAT destroys everyone in the middleweight division. There's just no way he can do that to Dricus, and Dricus is like the only hope. So like, if he did that to Dricus, what is he going to do to these other guys? Oh my god. But yeah, I think this fight makes sense. As for Dricus, of course, like I mentioned, he's not going to get an immediate rematch. I think now you book Dricus versus Reiner de Ridder. A lot of people wanted to see de Ridder get like a title elimination bout and then face Dricus for the belt. Dricus just lost the belt. This is a perfect time to make this fight happen. If Dricus wins, maybe he gets back in there for the title shot or gets one more. And then if de Ridder wins, he gets the title shot. I actually think Dricus would beat Reiner de Ridder at this point. But this would be a banger, you know, two goofy styles, two meme fighters. I think this would just be a banger, and it's like a perfect time to make it happen right now. So let's see it. In the co-main event, Leon Edwards Murphy landed a spinning back elbow on Aaron Pico. Absolutely killed him. I actually was very impressed with Aaron Pico for that first 2 minutes, but Leon Murphy put him out cold. He was calling for Volkanovski. There's just no way, guys. There's no way. I know he's 17-0, but he hasn't fought killers yet. He hasn't earned #1 contender. You know what I mean? Like, Movsar's beat guys like Arnold Allen. He's beat guys like Aljo. He's beat guys like Diego Lopez. Like, Movsar deserves it. I think you do Movsar versus Volkanovski and Leon Murphy versus Yair Rodriguez for a proper #1 contenders matchup. I think this would actually be a banger, and I feel like Leon Murphy would win this fight, which would be good because I don't think Yair deserves to be anywhere around that title. So let's book it. Yair was talking about a title shot. There's just no way. You got to make this matchup for the #1 contenders. Have Volk and Movsar fight in the meantime. And the loser of the co-main event, Aaron Pico. Once again, I said he impressed me a lot. I know he got knocked out pretty fast, but he did really good in those first 2 minutes. Put on a crazy amount of pressure, was landing the most vicious body shots. You got to give him a step down, kind of like how we saw Kai Asakura get a title shot and then fight like 11th ranked. Do Aaron Pico versus David Onama. I think Pico wins. I think Pico beats a lot of these featherweights, to be honest. But he ran into Leon Murphy, who's actually quite good. So, yeah, I think you do Pico versus someone like David Onama lower in the rankings. Get that matchup done. I think Onama would jump on it because it's a big fight. And I think Pico would piece him up. Pico da Gallo, you know? It would be raps. In the feature fight, Carlos Prates also landed a spinning elbow knockout on Jeff Neal. Absolutely brutal. He called out Leon Edwards for the Brazil card, and honestly, I like it, so I'm going to throw the picture up. It's a banger. I have a problem, though. I don't think Leon Edwards is man enough to take this. I'm sorry. Leon Edwards is just, he's a weird fighter. He's a weird personality when it comes to fights. I don't think he's going to say, yeah, let's go in a couple weeks, start training camp, fight Carlos Prates in Brazil. I don't think he's going to be down, but you never know. You know who did say they were down? Michael Venom Page. So I also want to throw that as an honorable mention. Maybe we could see Carlos Prates versus MVP at welterweight. MVP said he's still interested in the welterweight division, which is interesting. I think he should stick around at middleweight because he's ranked to #9 now. Whatever, we'll get to the MVP matchup that I have after this. But yeah, that's a possibility, Prates versus MVP. But I would do Prates versus Leon Edwards, or maybe like a Michael Morales, you know, build a new star. And for the loser, Jeff Neal, I have him going against Daniel Rodriguez, who's newly ranked. I think scheduling this makes sense. Jeff Neal just got absolutely killed with a very nasty knockout elbow. And D-Rod was in a war, so they're going to need some time off. Have them fight each other. I think Jeff Neal would probably beat D-Rod, but D-Rod also just wins somehow. So I think this would be a banger. You know, he needs to fight down on the rankings. Jeff Neal does. This would be a good one. And as I mentioned, MVP, I think he should probably face, like, the loser of maybe the Kyle Baralho versus Nassourdine Imavov fight. I know this is, like, a weird matchup, but I was looking at the rankings, I didn't really know what else to do. Or you could just have him, if he wants to go back to welterweight, just have him fight Wonder Boy. This fight, like, needs to happen. Maybe Wonder Boy can move up and they can just make it happen. But MVP at this point, he's climbing the rankings. If he wants the belt, go for it, you know? Like, you're getting old, you're 38, so I would have him face the loser of Amavo versus Brawlho. And Jared Cannonier, this one was tough. I almost said, like, he should retire, but he still looks good. Like, he put up a fight against MVP. MVP makes everyone look kind of stupid, so tough. But, yeah, I don't know. I was going to say retire because I don't think he's going to get back to that title. And he was on, like, a decent little run there. He won a couple fights in a row. And he just got schooled by MVP. It was close, though. I mean, 2-1, but he got schooled in those 2 rounds. I think you do Jared Cannonier versus someone who just lost recently, Roman Dolidze. And whoever loses is kind of just out of the middleweight picture. I think Cannonier would beat Dolidze. Dolidze's not very good. But yeah, I don't know. Cannonier, there's no title run left, and I know that's what he wants, so it's tough. If he wants to stick around, I think you book this matchup. And then in a crazy, shocking turn of events, Tim Elliott beat Kai Asakura. I was looking at the ranking, I was like, are they going to give Tim Elliott someone lower ranked? I know they like to try to build people off of Tim Elliott. I think you got to reward him after beating someone like Kai Asakura. He took a big risk taking that fight. I think you put him against someone like Alex Perez, shoot him up the rankings, you know? I think Perez is ranked like 7th or something, and Elliott's, 11th? Give him Alex Perez. I think this is a winnable matchup for him. I might lean Tim Elliott because Alex Perez just isn't all that good. I don't know. This was just the only fight I could think of. And speaking of the only fight I could think of, Kai Asakura, I have him against Bruno Silva? Question mark. Realistically, Kai Asakura might be fighting bums, like absolute unranked bums on the prelims. He needs to rebuild, and Bruno Silva is ranked, and he's on a couple fight losing streak now. He lost to Joshua Van recently, absolutely got diced up. I think you could give Kai Asakura that match because they signed Kai Asakura from Ryzen. I'm sure his contract is pretty hefty. They don't just want him to be a nobody. They probably want him to be ranked somehow, so give him Bruno Silva, and if he loses, just cut him for the promotion, to be honest. If he loses to Bruno Silva, just get rid of him. But yeah, those are all the fights to make. Let me know if you agreed with any of these in the comments below, or how you would matchmake these fighters. Thank you for sticking around, watching the whole video. Hit that subscribe button. See you later. Peace.